What's up, guys? In this video I'm going to try to explain how gear reductions actually work, how to calculate gear ratios, and then how to calculate gear ratio or gear reduction ratios. Two different things, right? And then I'm going to try to show you how people have traditionally made these gear reductions and give you some background kind of history on swapping Honda gears around. So there's a lot of confusion on Facebook with a bunch of people saying, oh, so-and-so copied so-and-so to make this gear reduction. That's totally an asinine argument because everyone's been copying Honda since day one. All you're doing is taking gears out of one engine, putting them in another engine, and that's your gear reduction. All the information is publicly available on Partzilla, as I will show you. And that's how gear reductions have been made for 20 years or so. Now, recently, people have started making their own ratios, which is super cool because with CADing software, it's really easy to design your own custom percentage. And that's really good because you're not having to rely on whatever was available in other Honda models. And it also gets you the ability to make everything new, so you're not having to reuse old gears. But I'm going to talk you through all that, and hopefully you guys find this video informative. So to start out with, I'm going to show you a video that I watched in high school physics class a long time ago, explaining what gears actually are. So I'm not going to have the audio on. You feel free to go watch this video on your own. It's a really old video, but it explains it very well. So this is explaining mechanical advantage. You got a 10-pound weight here, you got a 5-pound weight here, and they are totally balanced because of the distances between them. These are called levers. Gears are just levers, a continuous system of levers. So here's the same thing with a 5-pound weight and a 25-pound weight. This distance here is obviously 5x this distance, so it all balances. So what you can do with levers is take a small force and multiply it to get a big force. That's all a gear does. And he's going to build up this array right here, this little model, to show you that a gear is just a bunch of levers connected together. Each gear tooth is a lever. So you got a small lever, big lever, and he starts adding more and more and more. You get more and more mechanical advantage. Now this is kind of looking like a gear, right? Watch what happens when you put some covers on the sides of this. So this is just a bunch of levers, pretty simple. You know, he needs a little bit of force there to generate a lot more force on the other axle. He puts some covers on them, and now, boom, that's gear teeth. So that's all a gear reduction is. It's getting you more leverage. You can change the shape of the teeth right there, as you're seeing, to get a smoother mesh that's more efficient, because the gear teeth do slide past each other. You minimize that sliding by changing the shape of the teeth. You get more efficiency. That's past the scope of this video. But anyway, that is a gear reduction, and that is how gears work. They just get leverage. So the reason this is important is because to explain why you need a gear reduction in a motor to begin with. So in a Honda ATV, Honda has had many models over the years, and typically with the smaller engines, they put a bigger gear reduction. The reason they do that is because if you want to spin the same 25-inch tire with a smaller motor, you need more mechanical advantage. Yes, you're going to have a lower top speed, but at least you won't get stuck in the mud because your tires won't turn. So when we take an ATV that comes on 25-inch tires, we want to run 30-inch tires, we need to gear them lower to give you that torque at the wheels. So gear reductions are very cool. I've been obsessed with them since I was a kid. I've been playing with them for like 20 years now. There's this old video on YouTube I made 6 years ago showing how to make a really cheap, basically free 15% gear reduction for a 350D using Honda 300 gears. Now this is the simplest and easiest gear reduction because it doesn't require any welding. If you're interested, go ahead and watch this video. It's pretty cool. All you do is you drop the 300 primary into the 350D engine and you bolt the 300 ring gear, big gear, onto the 350D clutch basket. Very simple gear reduction, but it demonstrates the whole point I'm trying to make here, which is that forever people have been making gear reductions by just swapping gears out of different models into your ATV to get that gear reduction. So it's very simple. There's no magic here, and people act like it's some crazy secret, but all the information is right here on Partzilla. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So this is a diagram for a 2016 TRX 500, and it's showing you, if you go to the clutch tab, it shows you the gear reduction components right here. Here's your primary gear, here's your clutch basket. Now you can look down here, if you go to part 14, it even tells you the tooth count. So your primary gear is a 29 tooth. I'm going to show you a chart later in the video with all of these teeth counts, comparing them. Just want to show you this now to kind of explain where you can find this information if you're interested. So yeah, you can go on Partzilla, you can look it up. Now, number one here, they call it a clutch outer. You see how they don't tell you the tooth count? You can just Google this part number or go on eBay, type it in. This is the 350D, but now you got a picture of it. So you can literally just count the teeth on this picture and you can figure out the ratio that way. So you don't even need to buy the parts to figure this out. All the information is easily accessible on the internet. Okay, so now I'm going to stop yapping. Well, I'm going to keep yapping, but I'm going to switch over to my phone to give you guys some video of some gears I have on my desk right now to show you some kind of hands-on what I'm talking about. All right, so here's 3 gear sets on my desk. This is a Foreman 500 Rancher 420. This is a 35% an old welded one, and this is a 300 FW 304 tracks that we all know and love. I don't have a clutch basket for the 4-track, so I just printed out a picture because same thing, you can just count the teeth on there. Pictures off of eBay, by the way. So this is what they look like, right? This gear sits on your crankshaft turns this, it turns this gear, which turns your transmission, and that's your first gear reduction in the motor, so we call it the primary gear set. The smaller you make this gear, the smaller the lever is. This gear has to get bigger to meet it, so it's got a bigger lever, and that gives you your gear reduction. So if you go from this to this, you got a 35% gear reduction. I'm going to show you on the computer how to calculate that in a minute. Main reason of showing you all this is just to illustrate how these gear reductions have been made for a long time. So this is a 35%. So these are gears out of a different Honda motor. Now I'm not going to tell you exactly the Honda motor because everyone would get mad at me. Feel free to go on Partzilla and figure it out yourself. All the information is available. But what they did here, they took the gear out of a different Honda motor, they bolted it on to the Rancher 420 clutch basket, and then on this side, they machined it out and welded it to the Rancher 420 primary. So all a 35% reduction does is adapt Honda OEM gears from one engine into a different engine in order to give you a better tire turning ability. So like I said earlier, here's a hint. These gears came out of a much smaller CC engine. So here is the Tarachi 35% gear reduction. This was made by using factory OEM Honda gear teeth off of a different model for a reference. You know, took those measurements, put it into a CAD program, spit out a design, had it machined, bam, you got all new parts, but they're utilizing an OEM style mesh, which is why they're so good, right? They're very smooth because they're using an OEM style gear off of a different Honda model. Now, we didn't have to do that, right? Once you have the software to generate a model for these things, you can just put in the distance between your two shafts, your desired ratio, your desired RPM, and basically the software will spit out a design for you with the proper teeth count, with the proper gear shape and mesh, the proper gear clearance, proper backlash, all that. So it's pretty easy to make custom ratios, but for this first one, we wanted to do a tried and proven ratio that's been around for a long time, which is 35%. This is what I run in most of my machines. I know it works great. So, you know, it just made sense to use it. That's the ratio most of my customers ask for. But yeah, so that's how we made it. We took what Honda had done before and we adapted it to fit the newer motor. It's that simple. So here is the nerdy Excel part of the video, which some people like and some people don't like. So I put it at the end. Okay, so this is an Excel chart with 4 different primary reduction ratios. 3 of these are stock. One of them is the 35%, which again is stock gears that have a different model, which I can't tell you, but you can find out yourself if you ask around, do some research, whatever. Anyway, so here's the teeth count on the big gear, teeth count on the small gear. To calculate a gear ratio, it's very simple. You take the tooth count on the big gear, divide it by the small gear, and that gives you your ratio. So for every 1 revolution of the big gear, aka the transmission, your crankshaft's going to turn 2.83 times. That gives you a 2.83 to 1 torque increase. So right out of the crankshaft, even before you get to the transmission gears like your first, second, third, fourth, your torque is being multiplied by a factor of 2.83 if you have a Foreman 500, Rancher 420, Pioneer 500 running the Tarachi 35% gear reduction. That's pretty cool. For these stock ratios, like a stock 420, same kind of math, you just divide it. Okay, that gives you your ratio. Now, to find your percent reduction, you have to do another division. It's really simple. You take your new ratio, which we calculated here to be 2.83, and you divide it by your old ratio, your stock ratio, which we calculated to be 2.1, and that over here, you see that division, right? G6 divided by G8 gives you 1.346, really 1.347. We're going to round that to 35%. Now, how do you get from this to a percentage? That's pretty simple too. You take this number, subtract 1 from it, and then multiply by 100, and that'll take your change in ratio number and turn it into a percentage. Pretty simple math here. You don't need Excel to do this. I just did it to show you guys easily. You can do this with your cell phone calculator. Another gear reduction, just to give you another example, this is the 15% I made by putting 300 FW gears into my 350D, 350 Foreman. So you divide those two ratios by each other and you see that it's 1.14451, which is really a 14% reduction. Most people market that as a 15%, but because the ratios, the way they work out, most 15% reductions are really actually a 14%, but it's so close it doesn't matter. You'll look right here and you'll notice that the 350D and the Rancher 420 / Foreman 500 / Pioneer 500 520 all use the same primary reduction of 2.10345. So all that to say is you can have some fun swapping gears around your Honda. Now lately I'm getting a lot of questions about, hey, how can I make a cheap gear reduction for my Honda? I don't want to pay the $700, $800 price or whatever. Well, number one, you don't have to do that anymore. You can buy the Tarachi gears under $500 with the Mud Puppy promo code, much more reasonably priced. If you have a different model like the Rancher, the Foreman 350, I just showed you a video to how to make that gear reduction. And there are ways to combine gears, do a bunch of other crazy stuff. Now, this is kind of a simplified video. Some gear reduction ratios don't just use factory OEM primary gears. Some use gears out of the transmission itself. So you take like a first gear out of one engine and a clutch basket gear out of another engine, and the teeth count is close enough to mesh together where you can make some crazy high gear ratios. That's how we were originally getting, huge gear reductions for the 300s and stuff like that. I'm not going to tell you guys the models or anything like that because my friends still make those, and that's up to them. But you can do some crazy stuff mixing and matching these gears. These machines are pretty low horsepower, so if it's not a perfect match, you'll get a whine. A lot of the aftermarket gears out there whine. All of my friends' 20% gear reductions have a little bit of whine to them. Most of the Rancher 350 gear reductions whine really bad. One way to get away from the whining is to make your own gears with no weld and your own design. Then you can get whatever ratio you want with the proper teeth mesh. Although some of the custom ratios still whine, but that's a different discussion for a different video. Anyway, hope this video was helpful and it'll help address questions. And now when you guys ask me a gear reduction question, I can just send you a link to this video.